Hey y'all! Grab your teacups because we got some hot tea to spill about Tiffany Haddish and her whole messy situation with Common. Listen, Common really thought he was slick with how he played this one, but Tiffany is not here for it. He chased her down, made her feel special, then tossed her aside like yesterday's leftovers, only to pop up with Jennifer Hudson like nothing happened. And baby, Tiffany got some things to say. Y'all, Common got a whole pattern, and we see it clear as day. Dude is out here moving like a professional dater, jumping from one relationship to the next without a second thought. And Tiffany, she's still feeling some type of way about how he ended things.
Because a lot of relationships that I honestly have been in, I've been on the move because, it's just me and that person we both have professions. Once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship. I don't think the love really dispersed. I just think it was just like we weren't feeding the relationship.
Ever since Common and Jennifer Hudson started doing their lovebird act, Tiffany has been side-eyeing the whole thing. I mean, can you blame her? She saw firsthand how Common gets down. One minute, he's telling you everything you want to hear, making you feel like the one, and the next, boom, he's ghost. But what really got Tiffany hot is how Common's out here acting brand new, like he's some reformed man, going on talk shows talking about he's ready to settle down. Sir, you've been saying that for years. And let's not forget that Common recently said if he were ever gonna put a ring on it, it would have to be with someone who got an EGOT. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but who just so happens to have an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony? Oh yeah, Jennifer Hudson. And best believe he's been laying it on thick, buying gifts, showering her with attention, singing her praises. Child, the man is in love.
I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life. And she's smart, she loves God, she has something real down to earth about her. She's talented, but I set my standard kind of high because she had to have an EGOT. She had to win an Oscar on her first movie. I set my standard high. She had to get her own talk show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
But Tiffany, she's looking at this like deja vu. She knows exactly how this movie ends. And let's be real, how many times have we seen a man switch up once he finds someone new? The public starts rooting for the fresh couple, completely forgetting about the heartbreak he left behind. That's exactly what's happening here. One moment, Common is swearing he's working on himself, and the next, he's out here doing the same thing all over again. Let's take it back for a minute. Common first met Tiffany Haddish at an Oscars event, and baby, he had his eyes on her from day one. But Tiffany, she wasn't checking for him like that. It wasn't until they worked on a movie together in 2019 that she finally gave him a chance. And once she did, Common put in work. Flowers, fancy dates, all that romantic stuff. Sis really thought she found the one. And listen, you could see the happiness on her face. Tiffany was glowing. She was telling anybody who would listen how this was the healthiest relationship she'd ever been in. She was ready for that forever type of love. She even joked about Common proposing to her by buying her an apartment. Sis was all in. But what she didn't know, Common had a history of pulling the same move with every woman he dated. And we're talking big names too. Erykah Badu, Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Angela Rye. What do all these women have in common? They all thought Common was the real deal until he wasn't.
Congratulations on that. We love Tiffany Haddish. I'm a big fan.
Thank you. She's a wonderful woman, a queen, and just a beautiful person, man. I just care for her a lot, enjoy her, and am grateful to have her in my life. So yeah, I'm happy.
And the sad part, Common really makes you believe he's serious. He says all the right things, showers his women with love, and convinces them that he's ready to settle down. But once the thrill of the chase is gone, so is he. It's like a switch flips, and suddenly, commitment isn't what he wants anymore. Now Common tried to spin this breakup like it was all good, telling the press it was mutual. But baby, Tiffany was not about to let him play her like that. She came through with the receipts and let it be known. This man straight up dumped her. Tiffany was at home, thinking she was in a whole relationship. waiting on a gold ring, when out of nowhere, Common hit her with the "I think we should go our separate ways" talk. And not only did he blindside her, but he turned around and ran straight to the media, acting like everything was all peaceful.
I hadn't even said anything. I read it on People.
Mm-hmm.
And then I texted to you, and then is that when you saw it?
Mm-hmm. So you texted to me, but my publicist texted me before you did and was like, but they emailed me and said, the People magazine just hit us up about this. We're not responding. And I was like, what the, who the?
Sir, if you were done, you could have at least had the decency to say it to her face. And y'all want to know the kicker? Tiffany had to find out that Common went public with the breakup from her own publicist. Can you imagine? You thinking you still got a man, and the next thing you know, your PR team is calling you like, "Girl, what's going on?" Whew, the audacity. And let's talk about how Common slowly started pulling away before the breakup. According to Tiffany, everything seemed fine, but looking back, she realized he was distancing himself. She had mentioned wanting to adopt children, and even though Common never said he was against it, his energy started changing. Instead of having an open conversation, he just backed out. And that right there, that's coward behavior. At this point, Common's relationship history is like a rerun of the same old show. He loves the chase. He's obsessed with that new relationship energy, but as soon as it starts getting real, poof, he's gone. And what's crazy is that he's admitted this. He literally said he's addicted to the thrill of love, not the actual work of commitment. Tiffany had a little voice in the back of her head telling her not to get serious with him, but she ignored it. The love bombing was too strong. He had her feeling like she was different, like she was the one to change him. Sound familiar? Because that looks exactly like what he's doing with Jennifer Hudson right now. It's the same script, just a different leading lady. So the question is, will Common actually make it work with Jennifer, or is she just another stop on his love tour? Right now, he's saying all the right things. He's calling her the best thing that ever happened to him, talking about how he's finally ready to commit. But we've heard it all before. Tiffany even threw some shade recently, talking about how men want to settle down when they're already nursing home candidates. And let's be real, Common ain't getting any younger.
He might be the type of person that never really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower. I don't know.
Listen, we're not saying Jennifer Hudson shouldn't give him a chance, but sis better keep one eye open, because history has a way of repeating itself. If Common's past relationships tell us anything, it's that this man loves a fresh start but never follows through. What do y'all think? Is Common really ready to settle down, or is Jennifer just his latest obsession? And do you think Tiffany has a right to still be mad? Let's get into it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the suggested video.